and welcome to day 6. We're talking about breakup recovery. My name is Irina Shehovtsov. I am certified NLP, timeline therapy, and hypnotherapy coach. And these are a live series. If you're joining me for the first time today, this is a live series happening in the month of August, where I'm sharing tools, tips, and tricks and my philosophy about breakup recovery. I believe breakup recovery is a four-pillar approach: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. When you take care of all those four states of being, because we are energetic beings and we have all those four states present in ourselves. And somebody was calling. When we have those four states of being, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, in our body. So when we take care of all those four, the needs of all those four states of being, can you truly recover? Can you truly be happy? And over the course of this month, I am sharing with you tools and techniques. So yesterday we talked about that it doesn't matter for your body when you experience a certain set of emotions, whether those emotions happened in the past or in the present. Hello, thank you for joining me. So you don't know when the emotions are happening in the past or the present. For your body, similar reaction happens. And yesterday we did a lemon exercise where you get to imagine a lemon in your hand, even though the lemon is artificial, even though it's not real, but your body still produces the same set of emotions, the same set of feelings, and you get saliva that forms inside of your mouth, and you get to experience this whole thing, even though the lemon is not real. So for your body, it doesn't matter when some emotion that you are reliving, whether it's happening presently or if it happened in the past. So today, what we're talking about today is how to relieve pangs of anxiety. And anytime anxiety happens, anytime you are worried, anytime you're thinking about the future, anytime you're not feeling in the present, you're concerned about something. Oftentimes what I hear people, let's say for some people who are afraid of flying, they're terrified of it. They don't want to get on the airplane because they're so anxious what's going to happen. Here's one technique or one tool that you can do for yourself to alleviate that anxiety. Think about the destination. Think about where you're going, what you're going to do there. Think of a great restaurant or a great meal you're going to have once you arrive. Or let's say you're going to a movie theater or doing something special for yourself. Instead of concentrating the fact that you have to be on a plane, you have to fly, think about the end result. What is it? What is it something that you can look forward to in the future, right after the terrifying event? What is that something amazing that you can concentrate on, that you can think about? And think about that. Think about feelings you're gonna feel, emotions, things you're gonna hear, how you're gonna feel, and get you there instead of concentrating on the immediate event of anxiety. That's one thing. And another way of dealing with anxiety is listening to music or surrounding yourself with something positive, positive environments, positive things that can relieve you of that immediate necessitation. Another thing you can say, or let's say you have an important meeting, and did you know that for your body it doesn't matter, you can trick your body actually. When you feel anxious, when you feel like, oh my god, what's gonna happen, tell your body, instead of that you're afraid, tell your body, I'm excited. I'm excited to get on this plane. I'm excited to get this meeting. I'm excited to get this deal. And trick your mind, because it's similar, how I call it, you get similar bodily functions and emotions that are come up, whether you're feeling anxious, whether you're feeling afraid, or whether you're feeling excited for something. You get you might get perspiration, you might get butterflies in your stomach. So you can trick your mind to say that you're excited instead of you are afraid. You can do that too. Another important thing point I want to make, that we only have the present moment, and getting ourselves, I call it, anxious over something that is not even here, or sometimes the way we are designed, we are always programmed for what's the worst case scenario. We always think about that. What is the worst thing that can possibly happen? And we concentrate on that. And oftentimes we get agitated over something that not even going to occur. Ask yourself this: how many times were you aggravated or were you agitated about something that in the end didn't even come true? How many times does this happen in your life? Think about that. So I suggest or offer you this reframe that you can think about. Think of what's the best that can happen. Wake up every morning and expect something amazing is about to happen. When you concentrate your mind on something that's important for you, you're going to get more of those events, things, people, experiences in your life, what you concentrate your attention on. Because we always, we have a subconscious and conscious mind, and our conscious mind is a goal setter. So we are with our conscious mind. Right now when I'm talking, I'm in my conscious mind, I'm awake. We set a goal, we set something that we want to occur in the future. And then with our subconscious mind is the goal getter. Subconscious mind is gonna work its magic, and it's gonna send your experiences, people and events, situations in your life to get you to your goal. There are several systems that are in place that are working. One of them is reticular activating system. And have you ever gone to a dealership when you were looking for a brand new car, or just a new car, and you were looking for a certain type of car? Maybe it's I call it a Tesla or a Ford, and it was a certain year, certain model, certain make, with certain mileage and certain efficiency in the color, the interior, the exterior, the whole thing. You imagined it how you want it to be. You go to the dealership, you sit down, you talk to an agent, you test drive the car, and then you say, I'm gonna think about it. You leave the dealership, and then everywhere you go, you start noticing that similar car. Let's say you wanted a black Mercedes, I don't know, 2021, certain class. Now everywhere you go, you see this car, and you start asking yourself, what's going on? Why do I see this car everywhere all of a sudden? Well, there are no surprises there, because now you kind of alerted your mind, you put a spotlight that this is important. And now your mind is gonna show you all of those things, and now you're gonna notice it, because before, all those cars were there before, but for you it didn't matter. It didn't matter that they were there. It wasn't important, because our mind has this unique ability to filter out the noise, because there is so much information all around us, and we cannot process everything all at once. What's going on? There is 11,000 bits of information that is around us. We can only take in 26, and this is for a good reason, because if we didn't have that filter, we would go crazy. We only focus our attention on a very sliver specific thing at a time. Imagine when you're in the woods and you have a flashlight, and you point your flashlight to different directions, and you have that kind of zoomed in vision. It's not fanned out, it's zoomed in. So this is how our mind takes in information. Zoom in one bit at a time, only what's relevant, only what's important. Everything else either gets deleted, generalized, or distorted. And this is how we work. It's not good or bad, it just is. And once you know that, with that new information, you can step forward and apply that as it relates into your life. So getting back to our how to relieve our pangs of anxiety, several things you can do. Concentrate your attention on the end result. What is the end event that happens immediately after following something that makes you anxious? What is that? Make it, feel it, experience it as if it is already here, and concentrate your attention on that. on the positive outcome. Also, reframe your mind from always thinking what's the worst case scenario. Think about it, what is the best case scenario? What is the best thing that can happen instead of what is the worst thing? And this takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, but once you make it important, once you start noticing your frame of thought, how you thinking, how you talking to yourself, what experiences you are having, once you get to notice it, because the only thing that you can only change once we notice a pattern, or once we look for specific behavior or trait of character that we want to change, and we concentrate on that, then we can change. So think about that. Another thing that we can do for anchoring, but this I do in my one-on-one coaching clients, I want to tell you some, I call it a story. How would you like to have a doctor in your pocket? How would you like to feel instant pleasure, instant burst of energy on demand, without calling a doctor, without needing to pay a copay? Anytime you don't feel good, anytime you don't feel like good enough, when you feel you don't want to get out of bed in the morning, or something, or like anxiousness like before a meeting, how would you like to learn how to have a doctor in your pocket? And I'm gonna share you what it is. Did you know that we are an incredible, beautiful machines of limitless potential? And just like, imagine there is a computer, and you store files on your computer, or you store files in the cabinet. Similarly, we store information in our body, emotional, physical, spiritual information all over our body. And what we can do is we can record our emotions, just like, there are files, electronic files, like a YouTube video or an audio that you listen to. You can record your emotions in the same way and have it accessible as a button on your body, wherever you choose. Some people choose the earlobe, and some people choose a knuckle on their hand. Something that is accessible and easy to access, and you get into the amazing state of being, amazing event that is powerful, energizing, and confident, and so good. And once you're in that state, we get to record it on your body, and we get to record it as many times as necessary until it becomes a button on demand. Anytime you feel like it's not working, or something, you don't feel like, I call it, good enough, you can press your anchor, press your button, and you instantly feel instant energy, instant rush of emotions. You feel confident, you feel amazing, you feel energetic. How would you like to learn how to do that? This happens in my one-on-one coaching sessions. So if you're curious, you can sign up, in addition to many other things that we do. But this is one tool that you can have in your pocket on demand anytime you choose, and it's amazing. It only works if you make it work, if you remember to use it. So this is another thing you can do. And another important thing to mention, also, it's important to release your emotions. Especially after breakup, after separation and divorce, you might have feelings of grief, feelings of loss, feelings of not good enough, feeling like a victim, like life is happening to me, I am being hurt. It's important to release those emotions. It's important not to hold on for them too long, because if you're holding on to those emotions, in the long term, they can manifest as a disease, or alternatively, you can develop a temperament if you get tied to your emotions for a very long time, and then you become, this is just the thing that, that she has or he has, with that frame of reference and those emotions that you carry with you everywhere you go. You cannot run away from your emotions. For many times after separation, after breakup, I wanted to leave my home. I didn't want to be anywhere near my home. But what I didn't realize, and now I realize, everywhere I went, I took myself with me. So it doesn't matter how far you run, you still have your emotions, you still have you that you take. If you even leave the country or go across the border, and you still take yourself with you, with all of your emotions, with all of your breakdowns, with everything that you have. You always take yourself with you. So it's important to institute practices for safe and therapeutic release of your emotions on a continuous basis every single day. You need to do something that brings you joy, something that fulfills you. And glass of wine sounds good, but you cannot drown your sorrows in a glass of wine. It only lasts you one day, one evening, and the next morning you wake up and you still have the same emotions, same feelings. It still is there. It didn't go anywhere. It always stays with you. So it's important to institute 10 minutes of joy into your day. Whether it's a walk, whether it's you doing something that makes you happy, singing, baking, cooking, I don't know, pick a hobby, whatever you like, suits you, whatever makes you happy, whatever puts your soul on fire, and do that for yourself. Be your own cheerleader. Sing a song, dance, exercise, whatever makes you happy. And concentrate on what's the best that can happen instead of what's the worst that can happen. And see how it goes for you. See what happens when you do that. So this is it for today. And if you are just joining me, we talked about today how to relieve your pangs of anxiety if you have them. And my 3 solutions for you is, number 1 is concentrate on what happens immediately after that anxious event is over. What happens next? Concentrate on that. Set your intention, set your attention on that, and really maybe write it out, maybe think about it, say it to yourself. What is it that you're looking forward to once this anxious event is over? Instead of concentrating on the event, think of what happens immediately after that. That's fun. Second one is positive, anchoring the buttons that we do, that I was sharing about, that you can record all of your emotions like on a computer. You record files, you can record your emotions on your body, and this is an amazing tool as well that I work with my one-on-one clients to install that, in addition to many other beautiful things that we do. Shifting, releasing your emotions, finding a hobby, finding something that brings you happiness and joy, and doing that every single day for however little it is, however much time you have. But it's important to feed your soul first. It's important to fill your glass first before you can be a better person, a better human, a better mom or employee or daughter to others. Fill your cup first. Make sure you do that for yourself. No matter what, it should be your non-negotiable, your number 1 thing every day. Get that done. Shift your mindset to a positive state. Feeling, hearing, flood your senses with positive things and stay away from negatives. This is it for today. We were talking about how to relieve pangs of anxiety, and this is our monthly talk on breakup recovery, where I'm coming into you live 5 p.m. Eastern, give or take. Today were some technical difficulties, but if you have any questions, you can drop them down below in the chat. You can DM me what kind of information you want to hear more about, you want to learn more about, and I'm here for you. Remember that you are limitless. The only person standing in the way of your success is you. You can overcome it. Anything is possible as long as you believe. So have an amazing rest of your Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow, Friday, for our next talk. Tune in tomorrow. Invite your friends. If anybody in your circle is recovering after breakup, or they have suffered through divorce and they're looking to find their identity, send them a link, let them come, listen to some golden nuggets. Maybe they can get away with some good stuff. So have an amazing rest of your Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in.